Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 200-point kill team game with a little bit of extra workings here. So this is going to be between my Genestealer Cult and John's Imperial Fist. The story that we've got going on here is that a small squad of Imperial Fists were coming through this planet that had an uprising occur. They were coming through this area to try to clear it because there hadn't been signs of any of the cult activity in this area, and they were just sent in to make sure it was all taken care of and cleared out. So, but as they came into this square here, they came under fire and immediately took up a defensive position in the middle of the square. The story that we're going to be going with here is that the cult is going to be uprising and coming out of the sewers here in this planet, in this area here, and attacking them with just an onslaught of units over and over and over again. So what we're going to do is they're going to try to hold out until the game ends, at which point a Thunderhawk will arrive and clear out the rest of the cult and take them away to safety. But what's going to happen is each turn I'm going to roll and bring in a different unit that's going to arrive by cult ambush. And I'm going to bring in a whole unit. So if I roll a 1, it'll be a 10-man neophyte squad with no special weapons. A 2, it's going to be a 5-man acolyte squad with no special weapons. On a 3, it's going to be a 10-man acolyte squad, a neophyte squad with some special weapons. And on a 4, it's going to be a 10-man acolyte squad. On a 5, it's going to be a 15-man neophyte hybrid squad with no special weapons. And on a 6, it's going to be a 5-man pure strain squad that's going to come in. So we're just going to roll it randomly, and then we're going to have him come in by cult ambush each turn. And then he has to try to clear them off and hold there and survive until the end of the game. So that's the story that we've got going on here. A little special scenario, see how it goes. That's what we've got going on here. So before we go any further, let's show you the Imperial Fist force before we go any further. So for the Imperial Fist, I have an 8-man tactical squad with a heavy bolter and a Razorback with a twin-link las cannon. And his specialist from left to right, we have his leader, who will seize the initiative on a 4+. We have his expert shot specialist, so giving +1 ballistic skill. We then have the guy with the heavy bolter has preferred enemy, and the guy on the right there has feel no pain. All right, so the first unit to come in here is going to be a 15-man neophyte squad with autoguns. So they rolled on the cult insurrection, the cult ambush table, and they rolled a 5. So they get a shooting phase right now before we even go into the first turn there. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got a couple guys in front here. They're going to be firing. We're going to start firing onto this guy on the left over here. That's the guy with the feel no pain. So we're going to start with the front guy there. Hitting on 5s. No, hitting on, hold on a second. Hitting on 4s, I was mistaken. So here we go. First one, hitting on 4s. All right, 2 hits. Strength 3, toughness 4, looking for 5s. We got 1 wound, 3 up armor save. No, feel no pain. No, okay, so he is dead. All right, now the next guy there is going to fire into his heavy bolter guy there. Rapid firing. On 4s, so that's 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. Whoa, get back here. Nope, no there. All right, next guy. Nope. Next guy. Nope. Next guy. 1 hit on a 5. That's a wound. 3 up armor save. He's good. And the next guy. 1 hit. No wound. Next guy. That's 2 hits. We've got 1 wound. 3 up. He's good. And I think that's all the guys in rapid fire. All right, so we've got 7 left. We're going to start over there for the first one shooting in there. So the first shot. Cocked. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No wounds. That's 1. 2. Not a wound. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, that's a hit, and that's not a wound. All right, so that is the ambush deployment phase. All right, so pretty brutal there. So we will come back to you with the first turn. All right, so first turn is actually going to go to the Imperial Fist. I won first turn, but then he seized it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Imperial Fist here on turn 1. All right, so here we go. We're going to go with the shooting phase here after they've moved up here. They've heard the sounds of fire coming from this direction over in this building, so they've moved up to try to take out the enemy, respond to the enemy movement. So we're going to start with all of the regular bolter guys. So we've got 2 that are in rapid fire range and 3 that aren't, but they're in range. So we've got 7 bolt shots coming in here, hitting on 3s. All right, all hits, which is pretty good. Strength 4, so wounding on 3s. We got 1, 2, 5. All right, so would have helped if I had gotten some freaking dice. All right, so 5, 4 up cover saves, losing 3 of them. All right. All right, so now the heavy bolter guy is going to go. He's got preferred enemies, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All right, so 2 hits, wounding on 2s. Those are 2 wounds. 2 4-up cover saves. Fail them both. All right. And now we've got his special bolter guy who's got the expert shot, so hitting on a 2. Rerolling 1s though because they've got bolter drill, which is pretty good. So wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 4-up cover save. Yeah, he's good with a fill phase. Woo! And now, in the world of overkill, the last cannon is going to shoot into a poor Neophyte Hybrid, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up cover save. Oh, he's good. He ducked just in time as it took out a wall behind him. Woo! All right, so they passed their test, and that's the end of the shooting phase. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, movement phase. They are coming out here trying to charge in on them because that's what the cult does. Dedicated to the cause of the 4-armed god. So, we're now going to move into the shooting phase here. I've got 6 guys that are in rapid fire of the first 2 guys here. So we're going to start rolling for them. So, the first guy, hitting on 4s. Got 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. 3 up. He's good. Second guy. 4s, nothing. Third guy, nothing. Fourth guy, we got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3 up. He's good. That was 4, right? 5. No. 6. All right, we got 1 hit, wounding on a 5. No. And now I've got 4 guys that are not in rapid fire range. So hitting on a 4. Got a hit, wounding on a 5. No. 2. Nope. 3. Nope. 4. Nope. All right, so that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 1. Not great. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Fists here on turn 2. Movement phase for the Imperial Fist. They've started to come out here, kind of charging in to try to clear out this building because, I mean, unbeknownst to them, they just think that this is the only remnants of the cult still in here. So they've come to try to take them out. And these guys, these 2 guys stood still, and these guys all kind of shuffled up this way. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 2. All right, we're going to start out with the heavy bolter guy hitting on 3s. Preferred enemy. Pretty good. All right, wounding on 2s. All right, so that's 3 wounds, 3 4-up cover saves. Failed 2 of them. All right. All right, so time for some Death Watch overkill right now with the las cannon into them, hitting on a 3. Twin linked. It's a hit. There we go. Wounded on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up cover save. No, he did. That's good. That's exactly what I expect to happen when you get shot with a las cannon. So now coming over here, we've got 3 regular guys that are in rapid fire range and 2 guys that are not in rapid fire range. So they're all going to be shooting into over here. So we've got hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of bolter drill. All right, don't get to do it a second time though. Now wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds. 3 4-up cover saves. Whoa, yeah, make it all 3. Woo! That's what I like to see. And now his specialist guy with the +1 ballistic skill hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 4-up cover save. No, failed that one, so he is dead. All right. And my cult guys failed their leadership, their leadership test there, so they are falling back. So that was a pretty successful round there for the Imperial Fists. So we will come back to you with the Genestealer Cult turn 2. All right, beginning of turn 2 here for the Genestealer Cult. I rolled randomly and again got 15 neophyte hybrids. So we're just going to play how many times can you kill 15 neophyte hybrids, the game. So they came in over on this side over here. These guys over here had failed their testing, failed to regroup, so they ran off. So that's what drew them out over this way. Now these guys get to get their shot, literally, on them. They don't get the free shooting phase like their other dude bros did, but I think it should be still interesting. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we have 15 guys, none of them in rapid fire range. We're going to start by shooting into the heavy bolter guy there. So hitting on a 4, that's a hit. Wounding on a 5, that's a wound. Good start. 3 up. He's good. Number 2 is not a hit. Number 3 is a hit. Not a wound. Number 4 is a hit. Not a wound. Number 5 is not a hit. Number 6 is not a hit. No, get back here. Number 7 is not a hit. Number 8 is a hit. Is a wound. Is a save. That was 8, right? Number 9 is a hit. Is a cocked. Is a cock. No wound. Number 10, not a hit. 11, not a hit. 12 is a hit. Is a wound. Is a save. 13 is a hit. Not a wound. 14 is a hit. Not a wound. 15 is not a hit. Failures! A lot of you! Oh, this is totally exactly what I imagined playing this Genestealer Cult these guys is. This is the first time I get to use them. Just finished painting them today. So, yeah, disappointments. A lot of you. All of you. Every one of you. Disappointment, disappointment, disappointment. All of you. So, that's the end of the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 2. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Imperial Fists on turn 3. Turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Fist. They all started to move up this way towards them because apparently their defensive position, they just gave up on it. We think the one guy that I killed in the beginning, he was the tactical guy that was like, we need to set up a defensive position. And then once he was killed, they all just decided to just run at the first sign of the enemy at them and just run at their face. Yeah, he's looking down from there, just shaking his head as they just run headlong at every single cultist they can find. So movement phase is these guys just kind of shuffled over this way, looking to get some shots over here. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, we're going to start with the heavy bolter guy into them. So we've got 3 shots hitting on 3s. All right, that is not a 1, so he doesn't get to re-roll that one. Wounding on 2s. Re-rolling 1s for preferred enemy, you jerk. Still rolls a 1 over there. So 1 wound, looking for a 4 up. He's good. Woo! And now we've got 5 regular bolter guys shooting in here, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of bolter drill. All right, wounding on 3s. We got 4 wounds. Actually, these closest ones to them are probably going to be, I think I got 2 guys with 5 ups.
There's no bolter at 5?
Well, 5 up cover saves from those guys. Yep, so they're dead, and then I've just got 2 more that are just dead. All right. And now the specialist is going to fire, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 5 up, cover save. No, he did. And now overkill, shooting into there, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. 4 up, cover save. No, did. All right. All right, so that was it for the shooting phase, and these guys failed their leadership test and ran off the board. So they've managed to shoot back another squad of cultists as they make their march to clear out this area. So we'll come back to you after Genestealer Cult for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 3. All right, and here come 10 acolyte hybrids out of the crevices in this building, coming out to try to. Don't laugh at crevice. That's. What are you, 3 years old, John? The cracks in the street. Oh man! So they, shut up, John. Get your mind out of the gutter over here, or get your Acolyte hybrids out of the gutter and attacking into the Imperial Fist. You see what I did there? Nice. Ayo. No, we're not doing that. All right, so here, these guys all came out, and they're looking onto the Imperial Fist here. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase for the Genestealer Cults here on turn 3. All right, so they're going to start firing into here. We've got 10 of them. They've all got the pistols, so we're going to start shooting into, we'll start shooting into his specialist, and then we'll go into his leader there. So, starting for the first one here, hitting on a 4. No, 2. No, 3. Yes. Wound on a 5. No, 4. Hit. Wound. 3 up. That's cocked. 3 up. Yeah, he's good. All right. That was 4, right? Yep. So 5 is not a hit. 6 is a hit. Is not a wound. 7 is not a hit. 8 is a hit. Is not a wound. 9 is a hit. Is a wound. 3 up. Oh, he's good. And 10 is not a hit. So that is it for the shooting phase, and because of them coming in from reserves, they're not allowed to charge this turn. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Fist here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Fist. They saw a whole bunch of dude bros over there with these claws, and they're like, you know what, maybe that defensive position was a good idea. So they all decided to run back here, except, of course, for his fearless leader and his specialist, who they kind of like tripped up as they tried to run through those barriers there. So that's it for movement phase here for the Imperial Fist. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so shooting phase, we're going to start with his leader, who is going to rapid fire into them, hitting on 3s, 1 hit, wounding on a 3, cocked, wounding on a 3, that's a wound, 4 up, cover save. These good, woo! Now the specialist is going to rapid fire, hitting on 2, so that's 2 hits, wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound, 4 up, cover save. No, he did. Now the heavy bolter guy is going to fire into them. So hitting on 3s, rerolling that 1 because of preferred enemy. Nope. So 1 hit, wounded on a 2. That's a wound. 4 up, cover save. He's good. Woo! Now we have 4 regular guys that are going to be shooting in here, hitting on 3s. All hits, wounding on 3s. We've got 1, 2 wounds, 4 up, cover save, 1 failed, 2 failed. All right. Oh, the ones had to come, right? They had to come. All right. And now last cannon overkill is going to fire into them, hitting on a 3. That's a hit, wounding on a 2. No. That is not a wound. I guess he hit the overhang or something like that. So that is it for the shooting phase, and that is the end of the Imperial Fist turn. So we'll come back to you with the Genestealer Cult here on turn 4. All right, the cult trap is starting to close in here. These guys passed their leadership test, and they started moving up here. Only moved 2 inches through cover, which is not great, but they have some friends that came in. A squad of pure strains have popped up out of the sewers over here, coming to charge up on them, but they're not going to be able to charge this turn. I didn't roll a 6, which would have been sweet, but I didn't get that. So that's it for the movement phase for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 1, or turn 4. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start firing with these guys here. So we've got 6 that have line of sight onto them. So we're going to start with the first one here, hitting on a 4. That's not a hit. Number 2. Nope. 3. Nope. 4. Okay. I'm going to put that one over there. 5. Oh, no. 6. Okay. Finally got a dang hit. Wounding on a 5. Hey, that's a wound. 3 up. Yeah, took him out. Okay, but because he was the only one to get to shoot, I can't actually charge him, which is pretty awful. So that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn. These guys ran up this way, looking on there. So that's it for the the Genestealer Cult turn here. So we'll come back to you after Imperial Fist turn here on turn 5. All right, movement for Imperial Cults. He is running over this way. Imperial Fist. Jeez, I'm really saying that wrong. Ugh. Okay, he is moving over this way because he's pissed off that they killed his leader, Sergeant. I guess they trusted each other, and he's dead now. So he's got nothing to live for. And over here, these guys are running up this way to try to take them out before they can make it into their squad over there. He stood still so he doesn't have to snap fire, and he's kind of holding the line over here. So that's it for movement phase for Imperial Fists. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, these guys are going to be shooting into them. So we got two shots, two rapid firing shots here, hitting on 3s. All righty. Rerolling 1s because of bolter drill. All right, so that's 4 hits. Wounding on 4s. We got 3 wounds. 3 4-up invul save, 5-up invul save, 5-up invul saves. 3 5-up invul saves. Make one of them. All right. Las Cannon's gonna fire into them, hitting on a 3. No, but twin linked. Forgot.
Oh,
twin linked.
yeah.
He has twin linked.
No.
But it still doesn't hit. Apparently, he was too shocked at the pure strains popping out over here. Now this guy's gonna rapid fire into them, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of bolter drill. No. Okay.
Turn and falls apart.
And here comes the heavy bolter into here, hitting on 3s. No, not getting to reroll 1-2s with preferred enemies. So that's a wound. 5-up invul save. No, so 1 more dead. And now this guy's going to rapid fire into them, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. No, okay, that's the rough. All right, so that's it for shooting phase for them. Nobody's going to charge, so...
It's not.
It's not? Oh, that's the guy's got to shoot. Oh, sorry. All right, this guy is going to shoot into here.
He's 1 shot into there.
Oh, he's just going to put 1 shot into there because apparently he's given up on living from these guys. So here we go. Hits, that's a 2. No, hits on 2 because he's a specialist. Yeah, he's good. But 1 is not going to wound. So, so now that's the end of the shooting phase for the Imperial Fist. And that's all we're going to have here for their turn. So we will come back to you with the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 5. All right, so movement phase here for the Cult. In come our good friends, the 15 Neophyte Hybrids, Interim Reserves over here. These guys moved up 3 inches this way because apparently they forgot to tie their shoelaces even though they're not wearing any shoes. And these guys have run up. There is a fox in the hen house. I repeat, a fox in the hen house. And this fox has 4 arms and is really ugly. So that is it for movement phase for the Cult turn here on turn 5. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, this squad's going to start by shooting into him. So we're going to have the first guy there hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. No, and he goes down. All right, we've got 2 guys that are in range of them. So they're the only one that they're in range of, so we're just going to roll them here. So hitting on 4s, 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. Nope. Okay. So these guys are now going to start firing into those guys. We've got 15 guys there. So we're going to start firing into the first guy over here. So first guy, that's a hit. That is not a wound. 2. No. 3. No. 4. No. 5. There we go. No. 6. No. 7. No. 8. There we go. No. 9. No. 10. No. 11. No. 12. There we go. No. 13. There we go. No. 14. Okay. 15. There we go. And no wound. Oh, classic Neophyte Hybrids. Classic. Oh, you guys always crack me up. Oh, boy. All right, so moving on to the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into him. I'm going to need a 12-inch charge unless he can kill my front guy in Overwatch. Oh, no. Wounded on a 3. Oh, boy. He is just dead. So, yeah, because he moved out so that he would have an easier time. Yeah, he did. So, yeah, they're now out of range of getting into there. So that charge was a fail. But now these guys are going to charge into these 2 guys here. So, we're going to multi-charge. Do you want to Overwatch with them? All right. So we'll do both. You can do both of them. Yeah, do both of them. So on 6s, we got 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. No. So their charge distance is totally in. So we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right. So the fight sub phase, we're going to start out. My guys have initiative initiative 6, so they're going to go first. So we're going to go this guy into him. I've got 3 attacks base, none for the charge since I multi-charged into the 2 units there. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, 3 hits, Wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. I got my rend. All right, so he is just dead. It doesn't go over because they're individual units still because it's kill team. So, and then we're going to go back over to this next guy, hitting on 3s. I got 2 hits, wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Nothing, no wounds. All right. So his attacks will get to come back. So we got 1 attack, right? Hitting on a 4. Nope, no wound there. So that is that. So, oh, you did fail because you lost by 1? Oop.
Good.
Yep, so they are good. So they will be locked in combat. So that is it for the Genestealer Cult turn here on turn 5. Let's see if we go on to a turn 6, or does the Thunderhawk come in? It does not go on. So in comes the Thunderhawk, firing all its weapons.
These guys load back up.
Oh, they just load back in? Screw that. So they just take off with the Razorback because the Thunderhawk was over on that way, and they just gave up on him for dead. So as he screams after his guys, "I'm not dead yet. I'm getting better," right before the Rending Claws decide to just take him down. So that was a Imperial Fist victory, as hollow as it may feel for them. Survival. Yeah, there we go. Imperial Fist survival on that one. So that actually turned out exactly as cinematic as I had hoped it would. That's exactly what I imagined in my head would happen with just the cult coming in and starting to bit by bit overwhelm him, but he was able to fight back all of them, which was awesome, like knocking back 2 squads of 15 neophyte hybrids. It was wonderful. That was beautiful and fun, and yeah, that was really great. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that as much as I did. I really had a great time. Really quick, fun, different take on the narrative and a different take on the game of Kill Team. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been John. And until next time, have fun.